He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are on the board first here this afternoon.
Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. First carry here for Ken Walker.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You talk about this Giant defense.
They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to...
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Once more with Mitchell.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Mitchell will take this one in. Touchdown, New York. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Extra point pretty close to that right upright, but he does get it to go. And it's now 14-0. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
from the gun on third down. Graves going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Giants have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0.
21, Saints, nothing.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
2nd and 6. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Off the RPO, he completes it. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen, did not let him get downfield.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Lots of incompletions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Dancing to his left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And the Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Walker. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Second and 3. Steps away. And he coughed it up. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. There he goes, right side. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic, and as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Now back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 50 yards. And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he will get in for the 2 points to get this back to a 3-score game. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Graves.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He'll drop to throw. Able to find Floyd. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
So a player shaken up. We'll get a stoppage here. And that's Alvin Kamara, the one who's going to receive some attention. Hopefully he's okay.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Graves.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, if nothing else, they were able to pick up 1 first down on this drive and get it away from their own goal line. But not much happening after that, and it leads to a punting situation.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Kamara now to return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time, but you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Back to throw here. Rolling to his left.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL.
Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for two.
The Saints will line up for the
They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Graves looking deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Giants will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Saints on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. First down, here's Mitchell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
No, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 23 yards the pickup there.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line. They'll look to throw here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
1-4.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Oh, the Saints recovered it. New Orleans football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught at the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Walker once more.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Kenneth Walker. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. On the counter, Mitchell. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Graves escaping the pressure right. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Running left, here's Mitchell.
And some room to roam now. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Another run with Mitchell.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he is going to have a New York first down, and the Giants are going to win the football game.
It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They run over center with Mitchell.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits.